Elevated levels of a potentially dangerous chemical are found at the former nuclear power plant in Genoa.
The company working to decommission the site says the general public is not at risk, but nearby workers are taking some extra precautions. News 8's Mal Meyer talked to the company about what the higher radiation levels mean.
Tritium emits radiation and is created inside nuclear reactors while making energy. Even though the nuclear plant hasn't been in use for over 4 decades, the discovery shows small amounts of the radioactive material still remains. Energy Solutions recently noticed the elevated levels of tritium while decommissioning the site.
If there's any water that gets in the ground, whether it be from rain or snow, those types of things, that water collects somewhere.
The company has pools set up to test this runoff for any signs of radiation. Exposure to high levels of tritium can cause certain health risks like cancer, but the company maintains that the levels are lower than regulatory standards.
But it's not a case where levels have increased to a point where there's a safety concern as far as the drinking water in that area.
However, Dairyland Power Cooperative told all employees to use bottled water while working at a neighboring site. Walker says public well water has not been tested, though preliminary testing has not found traces of contamination deep enough to impact wells.
We're doing testing just to make sure, but we're confident that it hasn't gone beyond that 25 feet and hasn't gone off site.
Energy Solutions is working with an outside environmental consulting firm to identify the source of the tritium, which could have been disturbed while decommissioning the area.
Some of the cement or something has been disturbed. That has caused this.
Once the source is found, the company plans on transporting it off-site. For now, the company will continue to monitor the situation.
We're going to be able to find the source and, get this cleaned up pretty quick.
Locals that I talked to weren't necessarily surprised by the elevated levels. However, they were surprised by the news because they say they weren't told about it and found out through the media. Mike?
All right, thanks, Mal. It's Martha, but that's okay. The Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources says the company did notify the agency about these levels and is still waiting on the test results from the site.